Assalamu-Alikum and welcome back. So today's topic is administrative and supervisory structure in Pakistan. In this we will discuss about the educational leadership and management. So what is administrative and supervisory structure in uh, there are some points that we will discuss in today's topic. That is, the first is Ministry of Education, Education Secretariat and its various wings. The second is Provincial and District Department of Education. The third is National Bureau of Curriculum and Textbook, and the fourth is Education Code and its content. So, the first is Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education is the head of the central organization for formulating national education policies. And Ministry of Education is headed by the Federal Minister of Education, like a member of the cabinet. His office is in the Education Secretariat. Now, what is Education Secretariat? The Federal Education Secretary is the chief executive of the Education Secretariat. He is assisted by a number of joint education advisors. Each one of them is the head of the certain wing of the Ministry of Education. So this secretariat comprises of the following wings. First one is Government of Pakistan, and they have Minister of Education and they have the Education Secretary. Now there are Administrative Wing, Planning and Development Wing, Primary and Non-Formal Educational Wing, Federal Institution Wing, Learn Bodies Supports, Sports Welfare Wing, Curriculum Wing, and Science and Technical Education Wing, International Cooperation Wing, Higher Education Research Wing. So all these departments have their own uh, duties. Now we will discuss one by one. The first one is administrative wing, or we can say the general administration. So its function include recruitment, management of personnel rules, and regulation of secretariat. The second is planning and development wing. So their function are planning of education, project identification, preparation of fire plan, annual development program, monitoring and evaluating of plan or the project, etc. Now, the third one is primary and non-formal education wing. In this, they have the responsibilities for evaluation of national educational projects, implementation, and monitoring of these projects. So Pakistan Primary Education Project also working to increase literacy and basic education for the adults. The next is Federal Institution Wing. This wing related to FG institution except cantonment and garrisons attached department, for example, Federal Directorate of Education, Islamabad Department of Libraries, etc. And the next one is Learn Bodies, Sports and Welfare Wing. So their function includes Scout and Girl Guide programs, students and teacher welfare, awards such as medal, supervision of sports, Iqbal Academy, National Book Foundation, etc. And the next is curriculum wing. So a curriculum wing means curriculum planning and implementation from first grade to 12th class, and teacher training, etc. is included in the curriculum wing. And the next is science and technology education wing. They have main functions like planning, training, and monitoring science and technology program from grade 1 to PhD. International Cooperation Wing. So International Cooperation Wing deal with the matters like admission of foreign students in Pakistan and Pakistani students in abroad. So scholarship exchange program, training cooperation and implementation. The next is Higher Education and Research Wing. It deals with the University Grants Commission in university in the country and research in higher learning. So Center of Excellence in various fields Pakistan Study Center at various universities. The next is provincial development of education. So educational policies are formulated at national level and implemented at provincial level. In provinces, ministries of education are in charge of the provincial ministries of education. So the provincial ministers keep the chief minister and governor informed about the important development in the field of education. And the Secretariat of Education, within each province, respective education department functions include the promotion of general, technical, and scientific education, as well as the formulate educational policies and coordination of educational activities in the province. The next is they implement educational policies formulated by the federal government. So these are their duties. Department of Education are the government of Punjab. So the subject or the function include school, college, and university education. Coordination of scheme for higher studies abroad, grant of scholarships, education of handicapped, promotion of scientific research, art and literature, production and distribution of education and scientific film, libraries, service matters. Now, there are the organizational structure of Department of Education in Punjab, like Minister of Education, Secretary of Education, and they have the attached departments like Secretary of Education, DPI School, Director Technical Education, Director Sports and Physical Education, as well as Director General Labs, Director CRDC and DST. The next is autonomous bodies or universities. So they have all these boards as well as college and the IER and other institutions. So we will discuss the other autonomous bodies of university. The next is Education Secretariat. So, Secretary of Schools, DPI School, SEL are the secondary education or the elementary education divisional directors. So, the this year was eliminated in the Musharraf tenure and school were given under the district government. There is a district government. District government have their own different department like EDO education of EDO of health and other EDOs. The EDO of education have further other department like EDU of secondary education, EDU of elementary education for male and elementary education for female, as well as EDU of literacy, and further the EDU of SE. So they have divided by DDEO HQ. Headquarters are the all heads of higher and higher secondary schools for male and female. Now, there are district government from Jan 2017. So district government have their own CEOs of education as well as for health and other CEOs. And the further elaboration of the CEO for education is DO of secondary education, DO for elementary education for male and for female. Now divisional directors are also appointed in this. And there are the autonomous bodies under the Department of Education, like universities like University of Punjab, Bahauddin Zikriya University of Multan, Islamic University, Bahawalpur, Fatma Jana Women University, Rawalpindi, UET Lahore, and Taxila. So each division of the Punjab have their own boards and board of technical education, textbook boards, DOs are for male and female, and the Directorate of Staff Development, duty directors. Now there are the Department of Education or the government of Sindh. They have the Secretary of Education. Like responsibility for Secretary of Education include the administrative matters and the professional matters. In the administrative matter, they have the accounts, staff development, project and policies, etc. administration. The next is professional matters. They have meetings with directors of education, head of boards, principal of colleges, vice chancellors, etc., and other academic issues are the professional matters. Now, there are the responsibilities of the Secretary of Education in Sindh, like administrative matters, professional matters, and criminal or political matters. So, it is a representative of the governor of the province and head of education system. He hold meetings with governor, chief secretary, other secretariats, external visitor, and attend functions at directors of education like school and colleges provision promotion and maintenance of good quality school education in the region. The second is development of students and staff, promotion of adult community literacy in the region, overall control of school and college education, general administration and supervision of personnel in school or college. So the district education officer have separate DO for male and female schools, control supervision and de- development of primary, middle and high school and all resources like building, equipment, funds, etc. Deputy DO has their own responsibilities. Subdivisional education officer have instruction and staff supervision. They assist the DEOs. So now there are the Department of Education, and we will discuss about the government of KPK. And the Secretary of Education is the administrative head, and it is assisted by two additional secretaries. And they, unlike Punjab and Sindh, a Director of Education, school and colleges are the head of the respective departments. There are the Director of Education for colleges and Director of Education for district education officers. So they are responsible for a successful supervision of school programs. The authority extend over the secondary school and subdivisional education officer in the district. So they visit the school for 3 days out of 6 days. The next is the DP district education officer. Now, the administrative structure of the school education in KPK are the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So, Ministry of Education and they have the Secretary of Education as well as directors for the province. Now they have their DO for male district, DO for female, SDEO, and their Tehsil and SDO for female, ASDO for male circle, and ASDO for female circle. The next is GP school community and the GGP school for the community. Now the Department of Education or it is for the government of Balochistan. They have their own Minister of Education, is same as for the other provinces. The next is Secretary of Education, same for is Director of Education for colleges, like directly under the Secretary Education and responsible for overall administration and supervision of the colleges, male for and female as well. So education department and planning is initiated by the directors. The next is Director of Education for school, like acts as that the director colleges do. Director of Directorate are responsible for supervision and administration is assisted by assistant officers. So for the administration and supervision of girls school divisional education officer female have been appointed in each division. Like government of Balochistan have their own Minister of Education, Secretary Education, as well as they have their own director colleges, director for school, and the bureau director of curriculum and extension center. Now there are the district government system as per devolution of power program. Education has become the subject of district government who has head is called Zilanazim. So the function and power of the Zilanazim, like to provide leadership and direction for efficient functioning of district government and to keep law and order in the district. District government system in Balochistan, like there are functions and power of the Zilanazim to ensure implementation of the function decentralized to the district government and to supervise formulation and execution of annual development plan, and they send proposal for to the Zilla Council for approval of budget and to maintain administrative and financial discipline. The next is to present text proposal to Zilla Council, take charge organization and prepare for relief activities in calamities, initiate inspectors of Tehsil municipal administrative and issue executive order of the DC to DCO. Now there are the function and power of the EDO or the CEO to ensure that the business of the offices under his jurisdiction is carried out in accordance with law and rules. Coordinate and supervise the activities of the offices, supply information to the monitoring committees of Zilla Council and Union Council. Take appropriate action based on the information received from monitoring team. The next is they have enforced relevant federal or provincial law and rules, prepare development plan and propose budgetary allocation for their execution, implement approved plan and policies, prepare proposal for expenditure. National Bureau of Curriculum and Textbook. The first formal exercise in curriculum development was undertaken as a result of the report of the Commission on National Education 1959. On its recommendation, the Ministry appointed two curriculum committees for primary and secondary education in 1960 after the Constitution of 1973. The curriculum syllabus planning policy centers of excellence standard of education and Islamic education were placed on the concurrent legislative list of the federal government. In fact, the curriculum center in the provinces are associated center of the curriculum wing of the Federal Ministry of Education.